Emily, do you know what the TAPS program is?
I don't.
It's when the police officers come in from...
Whoa.
Actually, you're right. Let me stop myself there. You should check out this next interview that I did with Principal Raw about the TAPS program.
Yeah, tune in and find out more.
Hi, my name is Anya, and I'm here with Principal Roth to talk about TAPS. How are you, Mr. Roth?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good. So what exactly is TAPS?
So TAPS stands for Teens and Police Service Academy. So it's a program that it's actually been done in many places around the country, and the Norristown Police Department reached out to us, said we'd like to have a TAPS Academy in your school. We sat down, spoke to Captain Klauser from the police department, and it's a really exciting program, and we're happy to get started.
And who exactly is it run by?
So it is run by the Norristown Police Department. They get some guidance for the program from the folks who do this nationwide, but it'll be men and women that are in uniform and out of uniform from the Norristown PD, and of course the school will be there to support. But really, it's run by the police.
And who can join? Is it like Pacific students, or anyone can join?
Yeah, so we put it out to everyone, and we got a lot of volunteers. So a lot of the students who want to be a part of this are interested in a career in law enforcement. Some want to be police officers, some want to be, in the FBI, and some are interested in things like, being firefighters. Some just think that it's a cool idea. And then there's some folks that, we thought it might be a good idea for them. They kind of just needed to get engaged in something, so we approached some students specifically, and if they said yes, then they're included as well.
And what exactly do the students do with the police?
So it's a really neat program. Every week there's a different theme, and they're really learning a lot of the skills that it takes, to be a police officer, or, some of the behind-the-scenes things. So, early on there's skills such as conflict resolution and working on people skills. One of the sessions has to do with traffic safety and what police are doing when they conduct a traffic stop. There's active shooter response. There's all different kinds of things that give us a little bit of insight into what they do on a daily basis.
And why is having TAPS important for our school or students?
So I think for the students, it's a really neat activity, right? So obviously, if this is a career path that you're interested in, it gives you, it's one thing to say I want to be a police officer. It's another thing to get to see what that entails. But I also think it's more than that. I think it's about relationship building, and that's a big part of the program. So it's the ability to work with people that, we get to work with you all the time. That's why I love my job. But, for the police officers, it's a chance for them to work with a group of young men and women. And I think as a school, it's a chance for us to build another relationship with the community. We have a good relationship with a lot of folks, throughout the district, but this gives the officers a chance to come in, spend a lot of time in our building, and get to see, a lot of the great things and great people that we have here.
And does this happen during school?
It does. So this academy is going to meet every Thursday, 7th and 8th period, which is a lot of time. The students are committing a lot of time to this, and it's a lot of time out of class, but we do think that it's worthwhile.
And is this new this year?
For Norristown, it's new. This has been done in other places, but for Norristown, this is year one, hopefully of many.
And how long is this lasting, like to the end of the year, or?
So April 11th is going to be the graduation. So students who complete the program will graduate, from it, and they'll get kind of a mini diploma at the end. And obviously, it's something that'll look really good on college applications, job applications, things like that.
And what are some things you hope students will get out of this?
I think it's some real world experience. I value what we do in our classrooms. It's great. But how does that apply to the real world? And I think the TAPS Academy is all about what skills do we need to be successful professionals, to be successful adults. We talk about things like people skills, conflict management. We have classes where we teach about the law, but learning from a textbook is a lot different than hands-on training. Talking to the people who actually get to do it all the time. I used to teach law. I was never involved in law enforcement, so I knew what I had learned in the classroom. The men and women who are going to come in and work with this program, they get to give real-world examples, and I think it's skills that translate, outside of law enforcement. So whether you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher, a construction foreman, you need those people skills, and you need to see what it takes to be a professional.
And who exactly brought up this idea?
Captain Klauser from the Norristown Police Department reached out to Ms. Knudsen, who works in central office, and reached out to myself. We began meeting over the summer, and those conversations got us very interested in what this brings to our school, what this brings to our students. So I'll be honest, I don't know how Norristown Police Department found out about the program, but once they did, they reached out to us, and we're collectively very excited, as is Ms. Campbell, who is going to be our teacher liaison for the program.
Do you hope this program go on to next year and the years after that?
I do. I think it's a really neat, I kind of want to be a part of it every week. It seems like it's a really exciting, real world, and again, just a chance to network and get to know people that you wouldn't otherwise get to know other than, maybe when they're responding to a call or driving by on the street.
All right. And is there anything else you would like to add?
No, I think, we're just excited to continue to add to the things that we have to offer to our students. And I'm excited for the police department that they're going to get to know some of our best.
All right. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I'm Anya here with Mr. Roth, and we talk about the TAPS program. Now I'm back to the Eagle's Eye.